guys? Another Saturday off, another vlog, another video, more progress on the pink drift car and why I'm having issues. Last video we took the fuel tank out. I know it was kind of short and big, but cut a big hole in the car for access, whatnot, but we didn't actually investigate inside the tank. We're going to do that in this one. So that's pretty much going to be the bulk of it, is replacing the fuel pump. We're going to remove the sender, inspect the tank and the pump and the pre-filter sock, see if there's any like debris or anything like that, or if it looks clean and maybe just simply the pump is wearing out or ran dry or something like that. We're then going to go ahead and remove the pump from the sender, put the new pump on. I'm going to show you all that. We're going to go ahead and pull the fuel tube out of the car. Remember, I broke that in the last video, not paying enough attention how I routed it and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and pull that off. That way I can go ahead and take it with me to get a replacement, or I'm going to have to order one, but that'll happen later on in the week. Probably I'm going to try to siphon some fuel out of this into another container. We'll see how far we get on that, and then just kind of clean a lot of stuff. I think I was going to take the exhaust off and work on that, but I think I'm going to separate it and make that a different video. So stay tuned. I think that's going to be a separate video. We'll just focus on the fuel tank situation today. So I'm trying to be smart, and actually I made myself a list of stuff to do rather than just kind of winging it. So we'll see if this video runs a little smoother because of that. So let's get to it. Oh, as always, I do my shameless plug. Definitely started my morning off with a Red Bull here. A little bit left. Love Red Bull. Please sponsor me. Alright, and to get the fuel pump bracket out, this is a 7mm socket. And these do have a Phillips like bit in them too, so you can use a Phillips. I never do because it's really easy to strip them out when they're torqued or when you're trying to torque them down. I think the idea is to crack them loose with a wrench or a socket, and then just screw them in and out real easy with a screwdriver. You could do that. I just prefer to never even touch them with the screwdriver because I don't want them being stripped out. So I just use a socket. That's up to you. And then I do know the rotation of the sender here, and it is quite obvious, but just because we have the tank out and it's less obvious with the tank out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually draw these out on my car, on the tank here. And then it's going to be 100% obvious. No guessing games later. Super easy to clock it. But now that all this is loose, should just kind of slowly rotate it as you bring it up. It usually is how it happens. Sock out. And, well, it doesn't look super rusty. So, it does have some debris in it, which isn't good. It does have a little bit of a brown color, an orange color, which isn't great. It does have a little debris in there, but I've seen these a lot worse. So, I think we might have just run our pump dry. Either way, we're going to replace all this stuff. And, yeah, cut you in here in a second. Once this drains, and then we'll start working on it. And another thing to note is it looks pretty clean, like no dirt or debris really in there, not a lot, no rust or anything, so that looks good. So alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up these hose clamps. These are just aftermarket clamps you get from wherever, so they're standard. This is having to be 1/4 inch in this case. We're going to loosen both sides here on this little piece of fuel hose tubing. And that way we have some ability to move the pump and manipulate it. And then we're just going to kind of push it up and out of its bracket there. And there we go. It should pop free from this little rubber piece. Alright, so we got our hose clamps loose. We got our pump loose from the bracket. I'm going to try to get the bracket or the plug here undone. To be honest, I don't really like these plugs. They're never fun. But now's a good time to get it unplugged so you don't yank on it later. There we go. Yeah, kind of a pain. They're never fun to get. But now you kind of have free reign. You can kind of pull and twist carefully, not too hard. You want to make sure you twist a lot so you're breaking the friction. And then there you go. It should come out. There's the pump. Now that you get the pump off, you can access the sock too. You can pull the sock off, and we can kind of look inside it. Still got some fuel in there, so I'm going to set it down. But now we got our sender apart. We can inspect it to see if it needs to be cleaned up. It actually looks pretty darn good. No rust really. So that's good. We'll still go ahead and probably brush it up, clean it up anyway while it's out, just to make sure. And like any of there's a little bit of corrosion at the top, but besides that, this is good to go. We have grab our new pump, put it in. Which is an inline pump. So yeah, it turns out the fuel pump I had all along is actually for my white car, which is carbureted, and it's an inline pump, not a tank pump, so it won't work. So the fuel pump situation is going to put it to standstill. So I guess we are going to tackle some of those other things in this video. What can you do? I guess have the right parts. Okay, so this is the other end of the hose. And as you can see, this is the hard line that has now actually been bent a little bit. And get this one out of the way. Yeah, so this is the line. You can tell it's been bending over there. The reason for that is what I should have done is it should have been routed under it like that to begin with. And then it would have came down just enough to where I could have got in and loosened this and taken it off and then dropped it the rest of the way to get these off. So dripping fuel on myself here, which is nice. So yeah, now we're gonna take this off, and I believe it's a 10 and a 14, but I'll confirm right now. Okay, so I lied. It's a 14 and a 19, and I've actually cracked it loose. I'm limited in space and mobility down here, so it was hard to film. I'm trying to show you as much as I can though. So I've already cracked it loose. Now it's just a matter of getting this out. Boom, it's loose. And now I should be able to just pull this out of its bracket. And there it is. That is what $100 can look like when you break it. And I mean, it'll probably work, but I don't trust it anymore. I broke both ends, so.
I've also discovered I've got a diff leak, so another video. I get to show you guys probably pulling the diff out and redoing that. Fun.
So in my younger and more naive days, i.e. until like yesterday, or actually like right now, I thought this was some kind of like damper on it, but now that I look at it, it's not. It's a fitting with just a cylinder piece wrapped in rubber and that's just purely because the bracket holds it there. It's purely that. So I do want to see if Parker can reuse these fittings and make a new braided line with these fittings. That would be cool, because then I would have the OEM bracket. Otherwise, even if I change up the fittings, as long as they have something that would work, great. Or I can order another one. We'll see here in the coming day. Thank you, truck. Okay, as I was kind of rudely interrupted by Amazon. This fuel fitting that's all it is a little braided line. I'd like to take it to Parker and see if they can reuse these fittings, because this one has this extended piece wrapped in rubber so that it can be held with the bracket, which is there, the OEM bracket, which is really nice. But even if not, I can get one possibly made that will work, and that would be cool. So we'll see. Here, I'll check this week. I get paid Wednesday, so we'll probably check in midweek on that, and the other parts I got to order, we'll get those ordered. Actually, the fuel pump I can get on Amazon, and I've got gift cards, so we're good there. I can probably get that ordered tonight. And I guess now that we have this, we'll move on to cleaning stuff and maybe getting the exhaust off of the car. Yeah, we'll see. Didn't really think to show you guys a good before and how nasty and grimy these are, but until I grab the pressure washer out. But I'm gonna also spray these off real quick. You can see I hit them once real quick, which is why it's not a very good before, but I'm gonna hit this too. Well, and then I thought, since I've already got the pressure washer out, I've got this rear end I'm sitting on. That's her 5 end, and it's greasy as hell, and it's right there, so I'm gonna pressure wash that too. So yeah. It's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot cleaner. And next time I have to move it, I'm definitely gonna thank myself. And so now I guess I get to clean the driveway too.
we're gonna go ahead and get the exhaust down. This is a another hose clamp style hanger. The only thing I believe it's on now is a donut in the middle of the car. Not sure how well you'll be able to see that. Just gonna get the sauce over the hanger there. There we go. Alright. So it looks, here's the ground damage. I got a crack and a hole there, so that needs to be patched. That probably should be replaced. The flex pipe there. See where it's leaking a little bit there. See that slip joint. The rest of it's in good shape though, so we'll be able to save it. We'll save her. So currently right now I'm trying to get the V-band loose. Or off rather, so I can take that little, it's really just the V-band that I need to weld back onto the exhaust. I'll show you what I'm doing here. So I'm reaching up under the car and then working on getting this loose. So you can see that's where it's broken. So I got the V-band loose, but I can't get it off because you really got to pry on it to get it loose. And the way I have the car with it down, really I need to lower the back of the car. I'm back on the ground, lift the front up, maybe get a wheel off so I can get underneath there and really get on there. But I'm gonna wrap it for today. I might kick back here tomorrow in the morning too, but it's been 100 in the garage all day long. It's supposed to be cooling down, hasn't yet. So yeah, I think this will be it. We did make a little bit of progress. I'm kind of bummed I didn't have that fuel pump, but shit happens. I'll get it ordered and see you in the next one. Peace.